Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Westmoreland criminals posing as party patrons. The Westmoreland police says criminal elements have taken advantage of the festivities in Negril over the long weekend, posing as patrons in order to make away with valuables. Deputy Superintendent of Westmoreland Police Adrian Hamilton says while some arrests have been made, they continue to investigate.
We conducted an operation yesterday, and that was driven by the resort area personnel within Negril. Over 20 phones were seized, to include the iPhones 13, 12, Samsung laptop was also seized, as well as other personal items and cash. Motor vehicles, I think 2 vehicles used by the persons involved were also seized as well. So as part of our ongoing investigation, those persons will face the court, and our investigations continue, of course. So I don't want to confine it specifically to Dream, but what I would say though is that for the most part, the persons would have lost their phones while attending. So far, the persons who have come forward, which I think is about 6 persons so far, and the commonality that we have seen is that they attended the parties and they would have lost their phones somehow. So, well, so far, the planning that we have put in place has, really benefit for us. We have police officers drawn from PSTEB that is supporting the traffic management and enforcement. We have support from the area level, all the divisions within Area 1 providing support to the Westmoreland Police, and of course our local officers are also involved. And I must hasten to say that so far we have had a peaceful, orderly series of events.
We know that the extent of this is wide, even though we have those persons in custody now. There are other persons that we are looking at as well, and it's an ongoing investigation, and we are using every means available to us, electronically and otherwise, to continue to make breakthroughs within this matter. But, we are here, we are continuing to provide that level of security, public order, public safety, with the assistance of the teams from Kingston as well. That is in the space, PSTEB operating, the local police, supported by the other divisions within Area 1 as well.
Education Minister, improvement towards internet connectivity in schools incoming. Education Minister Favour Williams says the government has not given up on improving internet connectivity in the nation's schools. She says many lessons have been learned from the pandemic that can be used to augment the limited physical space currently available to schools.
We know that we would have gotten a good experience during the pandemic with the virtual space, and to the extent schools can augment what they're doing, can use it, can integrate the virtual world into what they're doing. I encourage it wholeheartedly because I know that it will help. There are times when a student may not be able to come to class for whatever reason. If that school has the capacity to still have the student be a part of the class, even though they're physically not there, of course. We, as a ministry, we are currently in the implementation phase of bringing adequate broadband capability to schools. Here at Manchester High, they are already on the infrastructure that is being laid, and I'm sure if you speak with Principal, he will tell you that relative to last year, he has blazing fast internet connectivity here at Manchester High, and that's what we want in all our schools. Our goal is to have every single school across Jamaica have adequate internet connectivity, and adequate mean relative to the size of the school, the number of students that are there. We want our children to become more digitally literate. We want them to, have the skills using the device, understand the connectivity, understand how to be safe online, understand how to find the correct content, and so on. What better way to equip the school with the connectivity, equip each child with a device, and so that they can be in an environment, a controlled environment, where they can learn about technology and how to become that technology savvy citizen that we want them to be, not just consuming technology, but also producing technology.
Thompson-Hero tops Commonwealth Women's 100 heat. Olympic champion Elaine Thompson-Hero confirmed she was the sprinter to beat in the Commonwealth Games with a strong 100-meter heat run on Tuesday. A recent World Championship bronze medal in Oregon, the Jamaican progressed to the semi-finals in 10.99 seconds when winning the second of 7 heats. The double Olympic gold medalist in the event finished behind Chillen Fraser-Pryce and Shericka Jackson in a Jamaican sweep of the 100-meter in the United States. Thompson-Hero, the equal fastest qualifier for the semi-finals along with the Nigerian, confident she can reclaim her best form in Birmingham. "You have to believe in yourself because no one else can believe in you," Thompson-Hero said. "I want to do well this year. It's not on God's watch, it is on my watch. Whatever time I put together, I will work my way back up to the top. My plans are to have fun, smile, breathe, and just run." Fraser-Pryce is in Birmingham, but has opted against competing in the Games. She is preparing for the remainder of the season with her coach, Renata Walcott, who has other athletes competing in Birmingham. The women's 100 semi-final and final will be on Wednesday at the Alexandra Stadium. Prime Minister Holness says government working to provide more arable lands for farmers. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced that government has adopted a plan to provide more arable lands for farmers island-wide. He was speaking on the final day of the 68th staging of the Denby Agricultural Show in Clarendon on Monday. Mr. Holness indicated that the plan aims to increase agricultural output and also to ensure that the lands provided are easily accessible with various amenities.
What we have been trying to do now as a government is to look at all the lands that we have that are not being used. We have some land in the sugar company holding, and we have started to look at all those lands that are basically a land bank. And we are saying which land is agricultural land, which land is marginal, and we are looking now to put them in a structured way that people can access them through our AgroCorp. That is the Agricultural Investment Corporation. They have a mandate to bring land to investors in a structured way. Land with irrigation, with road access, land with preposition market access. There are a lot of people who take on agriculture because they love agriculture. We need those people, yes, but we also need the business minds now. Because if you were to look genuinely at agriculture from the time of our emancipation to agriculture today, we genuinely could not say that we have had a massive revolution and transformation in our agriculture. Our agriculture is still very much traditional in method and need. But I'm happy to say that I'm seeing emerging now business people taking risks and making capital investments.
Woman having sleepless nights since murder of 5. An emotional Lavina Miller said Sunday that on the 21st of June, when she learned of the butchering of 4 children and their mother in Clarendon, she was prompted to touch the neck of her 2-year-old as she couldn't fathom what could motivate a man to slit the throat of a baby. On June 21, a relative found 23-month-old Kishane Henry Jr. and his sisters, along with their mother, in their house with their throats slashed. Collectively, they received approximately 100 stab wounds at the hand of their cousin Roslyn Barnett. Last week pleaded guilty to the murders. The joint funeral for Wright and her children, which evoked an outpouring of emotions for family, strangers, was held at Stuart Hall Auditorium of Clarendon College on Sunday. Attendees, which included Miller, numbered hundreds. Miller isn't a close associate to the family, but she should have numerous encounters with Wright, and as a mother, she felt the tragedy to her core. From it happened, I wake up at night time and think about it. When you cut a piece of meat and the knife bounce off and cut your hand, that's hot, you know. When the incident happened, I hold my little boy and I can't feel it, because I imagine which part of my baby neck could have cut. My God, man, when me come at the funeral, me did have to take a pressure pill, and me take 2 last night. I know the kids them mother and this hard to live with. Me nah go forget this. When I am coming from Mapen, she would normally take the bus with me and come after a hook piece. Me have a 17-year-old and me have a 10-year-old too. Me also have a baby where I got 3 September. Me think all type of ways that it could be my kids. And it could be me too. Me think everything that is bad about the guy. Yvette Miller told reporters that she had met the mother in Chopperton, where she also met Barnett. She claimed that Barnett is cursed and had sprung from terrible genes. Miller added that he also alleged harmed a male member of his family in Trelawney. Wright should have left him in the cold and not help him seek refuge. After that boy stabbed a relative in Trelawney, she shouldn't have any sympathy for taking him in her place. The boy very cruel. I don't know what him involved in, but the boy wicked, him curse, me not even want no food to eat. Tony Spence meanwhile told reporters that he has never met Wright nor her children, but the gruesomeness of the crime had dictated that he attended the funeral. I am not a family member. Humanity brought me here. Them type of murder a gruesome murder. When you think about it, you have to be here to see. I can't find words to express my sympathy. It is terrible, man. These things really happen in our little island Jamaica, where we love so much. Elizabeth Johnson wanted to see the faces of the children and their mother. Not being allowed to do so was very disappointing for her. I am grieving because I have children. I wanted to see the bodies, but I couldn't. They're saying that his only family members were allowed to view it. They didn't do it properly. They should put it out and let police guard it and allow people to view and leave, she said. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.